edition for Valentine's Day. So thanks for joining us, and hope you just enjoy hanging out and playing a game with us. So I do have my spouse here with me, Irving.
Hi everyone.
So yeah, we're just gonna hang out and play as we normally would. So this is a pretty fun game. Um, we started playing it yesterday for the first time, so we do have the rules and everything with us, but for the most part, it's a pretty easy game to play, and we're just going to be hanging out and playing together. So, as we've kind of like to do, is just roll to see who goes first. Whoever rolls the highest gets to go first.
All right. Oof, 1.
3, I guess I'm going first. Ladies' deal. Alright, so our first card is Brave Move. If you wish, you can lose a wound cube and gain 1 supply this turn. So that's this card. Not sure if you can see it very well. So you get wound cubes and you use these when you fight. So when you lose your wound cube, depending on a card that you're fighting against. We'll get there when we get there. So I will lose a wound cube. So I could take 1 supply that goes towards my score. And I'm going to try again. So the next one I have to beat is a 2. So I drew Rick Grimes and him. So at the can get and I'm going to roll against it. So I have to beat a 2. So let's see if I could beat a 2. I'm going to go red die, yellow die. Hey, I beat it. So I get 2 supply. And then my dice go to Irving, and I cannot use them anymore for my turn. And I'm going to go again. So I just drew a special effect card. So this I have to beat is 5. So I got to roll a 5 or higher. So it's got 2 supply. I want to take the risk. I'm going to do a red die and 2 orange die. See if I can beat it. And I also forgot a blue die. So it looks like I beat it, but I also take a bite. So I could keep going or I could end my turn. But I got 5, 6, so I beat this card. I still have a ton of die left. These go to him. I'm going to take the chance and see if I could do another one. So I just drew Carl. He's a number 2.
Blood points. I get the blue dice, and then I get to draw from the deck. And this is an interesting. This one is the governor, and the card reads: discard your most powerful die, pass it to the next player, gain 1 supply for this turn's current score, which is on the card right here. So I have to surrender my biggest and strongest dice and gain 1 supply for my score. So in this case, for my dice, my die, I'm gonna take this one out of my deck and give it to Brittany.
It comes to me.
And now I get 1 supply as a result, which is there.
And you keep your cards until the end of your turn, and then the points go on the scoreboard.
And then so my next card, I have to beat 4 points. So I get the blue dice, and then I choose it's a mix between high and low die. So in this case, I'm gonna grab a high one and one mid level die, and then one a weak one, just to increase my chances. And then I roll the die.
And you can only use 3 dice.
Which in this case I am one short because I have 2 here, nothing here, and 1 here. That makes it 3. The blue die indicates that I got bitten, so I lose 1 blood point to Brittany. And now I have to continue try to make up for the 1 that I'm missing on the card.
Now the nice thing is since he rolled a 3, that goes against this card, so now he just has to roll enough to beat a 1 in order to beat the card, and he cannot stop play. He has to keep fighting against the card.
Oh, by the way, the card also comes with a bite on here, indicating here that I'm also hitting a bite point.
This would be this little thing right here.
So I'm basically double wounded by the blue dice, and the card. So I lose 2 blood points to Brittany.
Yeah, so last time when he rolled, you always have to roll this blue die no matter what. It goes along with the 3 you're allowed to roll every time you fight something. And each thing on the die has a different meaning to it. So that's kind of something we have to include as well. But for the most part, it's pretty easy once you start playing more.
So since I only need to make up 1, I'm gonna get my lowest point dice, and then I have to roll it with the blue dice. So here you go, and there you go. I got 2, and I also get this 2 here, which is also 2 additional points. So I scored a 4 in total, 4 points. So I do beat the card here for 4. And I gained the 1 supply, which is also indicated on the card. Now this die go to Brittany, and then I get 1 supply.
You gonna hit it again?
So at this point, I have to make a decision because I don't have enough strong die. So I think I'm gonna end my turn, and I'm gonna pass it on to Britt.
So how many supplies did you end up getting?
I have 3 now.
So you got 3 total?
3 total. I mean, sorry, 2.
And then they go in the discard pile, and then he gets 2 on the scoreboard. So I have 6, and Irv has 2. So now it's my turn. I don't get the rest of his die because he didn't lose. So he gets to keep those, which is kind of a way that you can mess with another player in a way. So say for instance, he only used like 2 die, and that's all I have to play with. So it can make it a little difficult. So I got a 3, I got Rick, and I have to beat a 3. So I'm going to do red, orange, yellow, and then I have to roll the blue die. So I rolled 2, but I also rolled a protective police badge. So that means I don't take the 1 bite that's on this card. So basically, I can roll again. So I had 2 that goes against that. So that means I have to roll a 1 to beat it. I'm going to do an orange and a yellow. I think we can get it. Oh my God. So the funny thing is that these die have blank sides, and I just rolled 2 blanks. But one convenient thing is that I rolled a police badge again. So I didn't take any damage. So I'm going to try one more time, try my luck, and I'm going to roll 2 yellow. I beat it, but I also took a wound bite. So he would get a wound bite from me. And then I would be able to get this card. So that's 2 supply. I could keep going. However, I'm not going to keep going because I only have 2 dice right now. I have a red die and I have this black die that's like your traditional 6-sided die. I'm going to pass. I'm going to say that's it. I end my turn. I'm going to give this back to Irv, and I'm going to take my 2 points that I earned, and I'm going to put it on my score.
So now it's my turn, and drawing a card, which means I need to beat 3 points here, and if I do beat it, I gain 2 supply. The card comes with a bite, so if I don't beat it 3 on my first draw, then I get a bite, I get a wound, and I lose a 1 point. So since it's 3, I'm gonna take an orange die, and I'm gonna take 2 yellow ones, and my blue die right there.
Lucky money, lucky money.
Oh, no.
So he just rolled a reroll die. So it means he can roll one of his dies again to see if he can beat this card.
Okay, and ooh.
So he got a 1 on his orange die.
And nothing on the yellow.
He could take the risk and roll the orange die again. It's up to you, hon.
I will have to take that risk, but I don't think it's gonna help me.
You never know. So,
okay, so
2.
I got a 2, but I'm still short 1 for the card, which means I take a 1 point out, and I have to keep rolling to make up for the 1 point that I'm missing on the card to beat. Which so in this case, I'm gonna take 2 yellow die.
This wonderful card, I now have to roll the special blue die, and whatever the outcome is I have the potential to get a bite wound lost. So if the result is a bite, X2, or reroll, lose a wound cube. So I ended up rolling a additional point, so I am safe. I am safe from the governor in the tricky situation. That doesn't always happen.
Yeah.
So now I hate this card. I'm going to talk about this card because I hate this card. There are many of these in this deck, and it's always this geeky hoe, and she is always coming up and fighting me. Can't stand her. So all she does is she gives you no supplies, no nothing, and if you fail to beat her, she gives you a wound. And I don't really like that. Okay, I get a reroll. So I rolled 2 blanks. Hey, I beat her. So with that being said, I'm going to be a little conservative and I'm going to end my turn.
Alright, so now it's my turn. And then drawing this card. This one is a lucky find. If you wish, you can roll one of your remaining yellow attack dice, which is this one's here. If I score 1 on this dice, I gain 1 supply as a result of this on this turn, which is also indicated here in the corner. So I'm gonna go ahead and roll the yellow dice, and I'm gonna hope it lands on 1 so I can gain that supply. And unfortunately, it didn't. It landed on nothing. So I don't lose anything. It's just a lucky find. So it's just an additional card to gain more supplies, which is nice. So my next card is gonna be Dale, and I gotta beat the 1 point on the card. I gain no supply, and it comes with a bite. So if I get nothing on the dice, then I get a 1 point taken out of my stack. So the point is to beat 1. Okay, so I'm gonna roll these 2 die here, and wow.
So he got nothing. He ended up getting a bite, and he also gets a bite from the card from Dale. So he loses 2 wound cubes.
2 wound cubes.
So the way that this works is that you have to still roll against that, honey. You're not done yet.
That's true.
Where are you at? You sleeping? Oh, thank you for the follow. So that's funny. So say Irv rolls again and he doesn't beat the 1 and he takes the bite, he loses his cube and his turn is immediately over. So if he got any supplies, he would lose all of his supplies for this turn as well. But if that did happen, he's got nothing right now.
Alright, so I have to beat again 1. So here you go. And wow, well actually, so this here means I get 2 points. So I'm saved by the blue die. So
which is not always the case.
And I get no supply, so I just beat the card basically.
So do you want to go again and risk it?
No. I'm gonna surrender my turn because I don't have any more die.
Well, you have 1 die, but
it's not strong enough though.
You could be crazy and go risky, you know. But yeah. So now it's my turn. I start with 3 bite cubes. And I got good old Coral. So he's 1 point I have to beat. He's got 1 supply. And if I fail to beat a 1, I get 1 bite. So I'm going to do 2 yellow and push my luck. Wow. We'd be rolling a lot of blanks. So I did roll 1 extra additional point with the blue die. So I did end up beating this card. So I'm going to keep that supply with me. My next card. Ooh, I got a big boy. So I messed this up. So my microphone died, so I apologize. So this has 4 supplies on it, but it also has. So if I then I losing my turn. All right. So now I'm going to roll against this. I'm going to use all my high die. So I'm going to use 2 orange. Actually, I'm going to do a red, an orange, and a black. See if I can beat this 4. And it looks like I beat it. So I ended up rolling a 4, and then I got 2 1s, so that brings me to 6. So I end up beating this card. Now, I could be crazy and push my luck again, and I'm kind of thinking about it. I think I'm going to push my luck. Ooh, tricky situation. Roll the blue die. If the result is a bite, X2, or reroll, lose a wound cube. So let's see. Ooh, it's a bite.
It's a bite.
So I think with that, that's a sign that I should stop.
Alright, so now it's my turn again. And then the next card to beat is just 2 points here. No supply, and it comes with no bite. So I just gotta get 2 points. Alright, so I'm gonna get my blue die, and then I'm gonna use orange and 2 yellow ones, just for a nice combination. And I get 2, so I beat the card. Let's go to Brit, and then I'm going to risk it since I have high numbers. So, okay. So this one is interesting. This one is Negan, and it says lose a wound cube. Discard this card and move to the next one. Okay. So what that means is that I lose a wound cube. It goes to Brit, and then that's it. Thankfully, it's just that. On my next one, I get a Carl, and it says brave move. If you wish, you can lose a wound cube and gain 1 supply for this turn score, which is nice, and it's indicated here in the corner. So with that, I lose one wound cube out of my 3 cubes, and then I gain 1 supply, which is nice. And with that, I'm gonna end my turn because I only have 1 point left, and I don't want to risk it.
So 1 point.
So I get 1 supply point, yes.
So right now the score is I have 13 and Irv has 5. So all I need is 2 more points to end the game. So let's see if we can do it. So I've got to beat it 2. So I'm going to use 3 yellows and a blue cube. Well, I have to use the blue cube. Ooh. So I beat the card, but I rolled a blue bite, so I have to lose a wound cube. But the nice thing is that I also gain 1 supply. So it was kind of worth the risk. All I need is 1 more point, and I will have beaten the game. Oh, I drew the geeky lady again. Of course, just my luck. All right, so I ended up rolling 2 1s, and I got 2 additional bite. Well, not bite, but attack points. So with that being said, I only have 3 orange die left. I'm actually going to end my turn. I don't want to risk it.
All right, so it's my turn again, and I'm gonna draw a card, and this one is interesting because I have to beat a 4, and if I do beat it, I get 1 supply point, and it comes with a bite. So if I score less than 4, I get a bite, and whatever the blue dice shows up with. Okay, so I'll go with a strong high point dice. And then I'm gonna go with 2 red ones just to make sure I get the 4 or beat the 4. All right, here we go. Wow, this is interesting. I get a 6 on a red die, and then I get a 3. I get a 4 on a red die, and then I get a 3 on the black one. So that's 7. And then I get it times 2, which makes it 14. So that was a good one. So I get a supply, a 1 point supply, and I beat the card, which is nice. All right, so
you gonna risk it and go for another one?
That's a tough decision because I only have yellow dice right here, which is very low points. It's just one. So I think I'm going to pass since they're weak dice here. So
you got 1 point this round.
just 1 point supply.
So the new score is 14-6. So I need one supply and I win. And then we start another game.
The supply amount to beat to reach is 15. Once whoever gets to the 15 supply number, it's the winner.
And then I just drew the governor. So I have to discard my most powerful die. And then I gain 1 supply for this turn. So I had to give Irv the black 6-sided die, which kind of hurts, but that's okay. I've got 2 reds and 2 oranges. You guys can't really see it, so I'll just push it over here. Ooh, I drew Lucky Find. If you wish, you can roll one of your remaining yellow attack die. I don't have any attack die, so this does nothing, which is a pain. Now, I drew Crazy Dale. Look how crazy he is.
So my next card, oh, it's the Geeky Lady, which is I just gotta beat at 1 point.
That I can't stand.
But I have to be careful because it comes with a bite. So if I don't get a 1, which it happens sometimes, then I lose a 1 point. And for this, I'm just gonna get my my weakest die, which is the yellow ones, and I'm gonna roll up. All right. Okay, so I got a 1. Actually, I got a 2 because again, this is an extra point. So nice. I get to beat the card,
You're gonna press your luck.
and I think so.
Okay,
I have
okay, big man on
I
campus
have
here.
2 orange die, 1 red, which are strong die. So I will go for and push one more. Yeah, and this of course happens. So this one is a 5, and if you beat the 5, then there's a 3-point supply. It's a very high card, so it comes with 2 bites and a special effect. So the card says any special point or double special point um, on the blue die are ignored. So basically, the card tells you that if you roll the blue die with the other ones, and you land on a 2 extra point or a 1, are completely ignored. So you have to rely on your dice. Okay, so I'm gonna go with my strongest die here, just orange and red, and I'm gonna roll die.
Wow.
This is this is a
This is
lucky
good
shot
luck.
here.
This is a very lucky shot.
I scored the 5, and of course this, as the card reads, this is ignored, so this doesn't count in this time. But I do get the 5 here to beat the card, so I'm good. I beat the card, and I get 3 supply points, which is nice.
Honey, you're coming in strong this time.
Yeah, and that's gonna be my last turn, my last draw, because I don't have any more die. So now it's Brit's turn, but
How many points do you get?
I get 6,
Oh wow.
and this is how you arrive to the 6. There's 1 supply point right there. There's 2 supply points there, and then 3 on my last one, so that makes it a 6 point.
Yeah, definitely surprised. You came in hot. So the scoreboard right now is 0-6 because we just started a new game. So hopefully I can have some similar luck. Hopefully the deck's nice to me, even though I won last game. And the deck says no. So I ended up drawing a 2 card. It has nothing on it, and I still have to beat it. So I'm going to do my 3 yellows and the blue cube, of course. All right, I beat it. So I got 2 1s.
And then you get 2 extra.
Yes.
From the blue die.
Got 2 bonus. So I beat the card, but I get no supplies. And Irv gets the dice. And the next card. Ooh, the next card is the fun one from last round. So that's got 4 supply on it, but if I lose, I take 3 bites, which basically ends my turn. So, because we're fighting something like that, I'm going to do black die, red die, yellow die. See if I can beat a 4. Come on, baby. All right, I beat it. So I ended up rolling a 2 on black. I ended up rolling 2 1s, so I guess you could say snake eyes. And I got a bonus as well.
Nice.
So I rolled a 5. So I get 4 supply. Wow, now I'm coming in hot.
Catching up.
I'm going to take another risk. Ooh. So I got another zombie 2-hit card. I'm going to do red and orange and see if I can beat it. Nice thing is on this card, it has no bites. So if I lose, it's not the end of the world. All right. Ooh.
Oh, you got a bite.
I did take a bite this way, but I still beat the card because I rolled a 3. So I'm going to end my turn. I feel like I pressed my luck as far as I could. And I do get 4 supply because I beat this card. And the score is now 4-6.
All right. Catching up. Okay.
I got to do work.
Oh, I get a Negan card. This means lose a wound cube, discard this card, and move to the next one. Oh, lucky. It's just a wound cube, which not ideal, but better to lose a a wound cube over supply points. Alright, my next one, it's a brave move with Carl. Now, this one says if you wish, you can lose a wound cube and gain 1 supply for this turn score, which is here. Which, it's okay. I'll lose the wound point, the wound cube, and get 1 supply point. Let's see how my luck, how I fare in my next one, which is okay. Just the geeky lady with one point, and 1 point is the number to beat. So with that, I'm gonna go with my weakest dice, which is my yellow die. Alright, the number to beat is 1, so here we go.
Nice.
And nice, I get a 2 and a ×2, which increases my points.
To 4.
So that's a 4.
Nice. That was a good one.
That was a good one.
Stinks you're not getting any supply cards.
Okay, so my next card is the number to beat is a 2. I gotta be careful because it comes with 2 bites and 1 supply point. Okay, so I'm gonna go with 1 strong cube, 1 strong die, and I'm gonna use 2 weak ones because I only need to get 2 points, but I want to make sure I beat the card because I only have 1 wound cube left. And
nice.
I do get the 2 point that I need, and this here means that I'm able to re-roll one of my 3 dice here, and that would be my choice, so I'm gonna go with this one here.
Thank you for the follow.
And that is a 1. Okay, so I get 3. So with that, I beat the card 2, and I gain the 1 supply point.
And the nice thing is, since the card is a 2 and he rolled a 2, he actually beat the card at 2. So if you roll the equivalent of the card number, you can actually be considered as beating it, which is kind of nice. You thinking about risking it?
So, I think I'm gonna pass since I'm in a good spot. I'm just gonna pass and just give this to Brit. And I do so in this round I get 2 supply points.
2 supply points on the board. So it brings you to 8. So the score is now 8-4. So let's see if I can be lucky. Ooh, so I drew what appears to be Rick Grimes. He's got 1 supply, but I've got to beat the number 4. But if I don't beat him, I take 1 wound bite. All right. So I got to beat a 4. So I'm going to do a red and 2 orange plus my blue die as required. And it looks like I beat it. So I've got 4 on my dice plus an additional 2 bonus. So that's 6. So I ended up beating good old Rick Grimes. Now I'm looking at my dice and I don't know if I want to take the risk. I've got nothing but yellow.
Weak dice.
And it's literally just 1s. So the most I could roll if I'm lucky is a 3.
3.
I'm gonna pass. I'm done with my turn.
Okay, so now my turn again.
1 supply. Sorry.
So for my turn again, I get a nice Rick Grimes Lucky Find. It comes with 1 point supply. So the card reads, if you wish, you can roll 1 of your remaining yellow dice. If I get a 1 on my yellow die, then I get 1 supply. If nothing happens, if I get a blank side, then I just discard the card and it's like move on like nothing happened, which is nice. So I'm gonna go ahead and roll it and hope to get a 1 for that 1 point supply. And I do.
Money.
I get that 1 point needed. And so I score the 1 point supply there.
That's some big money right there. You're killing it this time around.
So my next one is good old Dale. The point to beat is 1, but have to be careful because it comes with 1 bite. All right, and I have nothing but strong die here, so I'm just gonna go for two high point die and roll up. All right, and I get 2 here, 2 here. That's 4, and 2 extra points. So that makes it 6, and I do beat the card, which is nice. I get no supply, as you can see on the card.
Which kind of sucks.
Yeah. So I'm gonna risk it because I have strong die here, and I still have my 3 wound cubes available. So, oh, this is interesting. I get the governor. Now the card reads: discard your most powerful die, pass it to the next player, gain 1 supply for this turn's current score. So my most powerful dice here is gonna be this one, the black one. So I'll pass it on to Brit, and I do gain the 1 supply point, which is nice.
Now you gonna risk it?
I'm still left with 3 strong die, and I still have my 3 wound cubes intact. So I think I'm gonna risk it.
Oh wow, we got some cojones here.
All right, so this one is a 3. So the number to beat is a 3. I have to be careful because it has 2 bites. But the good thing is that if I beat the 3, I get the 3-point supply. All right, so I got nothing but strong die here, which increases my chances. And I'm gonna go ahead and roll up. All right,
oh, wow.
So I got 3, 4. And I get the option to re-roll another one, whichever one is here at my choice. So in this case, I'm gonna re-roll the red one, which is one of the highest point dice that I have. And unfortunately, get nothing. I get a blank. It's one of the risks that you have to take, but I do have the 3-point enough to beat this card, which is nice. And with that, I'm gonna end my turn.
Because
pass it on to
no
Bree because I have no more die. But I do get the 3-point supply.
So how many points did you get this round?
So now I count my cards, and then I have 3 supply points here, and then 1 on each here, on each card. So that makes it 5.
Wow. So that brings you to 13.
13, and remember the number to arrive is 15 for supply points. Whoever arrives there first is the winner during this round.
So right now the scoreboard, Herb has 13 and I have 5. So he's beaten me this time around. But who knows? Maybe my luck could change this time. So let's see who's my first card draw. Ooh tricky situation. We got good old racist Negan. Yes, sir. So, roll the blue die. If the result is bite, X2, or reroll, lose a wound cube. So, let's see. Oh, nice. So, it's not a bite. It's not an X2 or a reroll. I rolled an extra +1.
Point.
So, I don't have to lose a wound cube.
So
Woohoo!
just ignore the card.
Yeah, thankfully.
Oh, that was actually the governor. I thought it was Negan.
No, it's the governor.
Yes.
Hello? Oh, of course you said Negan.
I said Negan first.
Funny thing. So, yeah, you said you thought that was Negan. I end up drawing Negan next. So Negan says, lose a wound cube. Discard this card and the next one. So here goes my wound cube. Discard that one. And then the next card in play was going to be this one, the Geek Lady. But unfortunately, she gets discarded. So who knows? Big money, big money, big money. Ooh, lucky find. So that's this good old card. Good old Rick. So if you wish, you can roll one of your remaining yellow die. If it scores, add 1 to your supply. So let's see. Let's see. And I'm not lucky. Of course I'm not lucky. Oh, and I got Dale. It's like the game's trying to tell me, it's not for you. You're eating rotten meat. You'll get the reference. Ooh. So I ended up getting 2. However, I got a bite, so I lose a wound cube.
Yes.
Plus all the die I just used. So I did beat Dale because I rolled a 2. I still have some really strong die left. I'm going to take the risk. And it looks like we're going up against Carl for 2 points. I think we can beat Coral. Coral. I'm going to take the risk. I got to do something.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no. I don't get it.
Oh, no.
So
yeah.
I rolled a 1 and a 2, so that's 3. So I beat the card. However,
You got a bite.
I took a bite, and I only have 1 wound cube left.
So you lose your...
I lose
turn.
all my
you
die.
Lose all your die.
All the die I had, and I get no supplies. So the thing that happens when you lose all your wound cubes and you technically get knocked out, you lose every dice that you held for next turn. Goes right over to the next player.
Yes. And with that, we just have to keep in mind that I'm nearing the 15 point, so I just need two more supply points, and then I win the round, which is nice. So here's Carl. The number to beat is 1, and then the supply point is here. But I have to be careful because there's a 1 bite, which is not too bad. All right. So with that, I'm just gonna use my yellow die, which is it's all my 1s, and I'm gonna roll it up.
Oh, wow.
Ooh, okay, so I get my 1 point needed to beat the card, but I do get a bite on my blue die, which you get my 1 point there. But I do get the supply point, which is nice. So now I just need 1 more point, and then I win the round. All right, here it looks like I'm gonna get more than that. The number to beat is 4, and there's my supply points. Have to be careful because there's 1 bite right there. So with that, I'm just gonna go for I'm gonna use my strongest die here just to make sure I beat the 4. And I'm gonna go with my 2 red and the 1 black, and of course the blue die, which I can't miss. And there you go. I get 4 here. 1, that's 5, and 3, 8. And then I get 2 extra, so that's 10. I get 10 points on this draw, which overpasses the number to beat, and I get the 3 supply points. So with that, I win this round.
Hot diggity dog!
Because I reached and surpassed the 15 mark number.
So you got 4.
So I got 4, yeah.
So that brings us to 17 points. Woo! That was a good one for you. So it's 1 and 1 now.
So we're tied 1 and 1. So I'm gonna shuffle the cards really quick.
So he won 1 game. I won 1 game. Now we just have to roll and see who goes first after we shuffle the good old cards and have a good old time. Hot diggity dog, that was insane.
That was a good one.
That was a really good one.
Felt a bit short.
Felt a
Shorter
bit short.
than the other one, than the last one, the first one.
Well, yeah, I feel like the last one was like a little bit of a slugfest, but
Right.
that was a good one though. Like you ended with 17 whole points. Like hot damn. I didn't expect it to go that well. But yeah, this is a pretty fun game. It's usually pretty quick once you start understanding how to play. And it's a game that could be played for, what is it, up to 2 to 5 players? I believe it's 2 to 5 players. So yes, you could play up to 5 players, which I think would be very difficult. I feel like this would be a very good like drinking game if you were like playing with people.
Yes, I was gonna say that too. All right, and here we have the next deck of cards, and we're gonna roll the dice to see who's gonna take the first turn.
Because it's fair. Oh, Irv gets to go first again.
I get to go first again.
You sound excited. But ain't that just the way it goes?
Here we go then. Oh, of course. First card. It's gonna be Negan. So lose a wound cube. Discard this card and move to the next one. So luckily it's just one wound cube, which is not too bad. And we're gonna move on to the next card. Oh, and it's the geeky lady. Number to beat is 1, and there's no bite, no supply. I just gotta beat the number 1, which is nice.
It's kind of nice, but it also sucks though because you can lose more die for nothing.
And there's no supply either. So here you go. I get my weak yellow die, and there you go. I get the 1, and the blue die tells me that I can reroll 1, whichever one is here of my choice. And there you go. I get it too. So the final number is 2, which beats the card, and that's nice. And we move on to the next. I get a Brave Move by Carl. So this card reads, if you wish, you can lose a wound cube and gain 1 supply for this turn's score, which is not too bad. I lose 1 wound cube and I gain 1 supply. So that's my first supply point for the turn for this turn. And we move on, draw the next card. So the number to beat here is 2. I get 1 supply point if I beat the card, and I have to be careful because it's got 2 bites. So I have to beat the 2, otherwise I get bitten. And since I only have 1 wound cube, I could lose if I don't beat the card. Alright, so the number to beat is 2. I'm gonna go with a red, and I'm gonna get 2 yellow ones just to increase my chances in beating the 2.
Oh, wow. That was lucky.
I was close not to get any point here, but actually the blue die gave me 2 extra points. So, and then the red one gave me 3, so that's a 5. So I beat the card and I get the supply point, which is great.
That was lucky.
That was close.
That was very close.
So always keep in mind that I only have 1 wound point. So if something happens with the card and I don't beat the card on my first draw, then I could lose everything I have here so far. So with that said, I'm gonna stretch it for 1 more draw, and luckily this is just 1 point. So the number to beat is 1. I'm gonna go with 2 orange and 1 yellow just to increase my chances there. Okay.
Nice.
And I get a 4, and I have the choice to re-roll a dice, which I'll just.
4? What do you mean a 4? You got a 3.
A 3. Sorry, I thought this was 1.
I think you're getting too excited.
Okay. So
well, a 3 still beats it.
Yeah, I still beat it, and I get the 1 supply point. Nice.
You got a little excited there. I got 4, guys. How about a roll? No, you can't do that once you lift the card.
Right,
no.
Right. That was my mistake.
No, that's not
All right,
fair.
so this is a number 4, and I got 1 supply point here, and I got 1 bite, so gotta be careful there.
Oh, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it, guys.
I am going to use my strong die here, big numbers, just to beat the 4, and I do beat the 4. I get 4 with the black one, 1 with the red, that's 5, and 2, it's a 7, and I get a protection from a bite in the event that I don't make the 4 point. So with that said, that's gonna be, I'm gonna transfer that over to Brit because I don't want to keep risking it too much.
Yeah, because if he ends up dying or getting knocked out, as this game likes to say, he loses all the supply points he got for that turn.
And with that said, I get 4 supply points, 1 on each card that I beat on my turn.
So Irv is now on the board with 4 points. So hopefully I could show that up a little bit. Maybe I'll be lucky. Oh, of course I'm not. Tricky situation. Roll the blue die. If the result is bite, X2, or reroll, lose a wound cube, discard this card. Good old Governor. Hello, Governor. Let's see. Oh, nice. So I don't lose a wound cube. I rolled a protective badge, so I am good to go. Get out of here, free.
Governor.
Keep on calling him Negan, damn it. They're all bad. So I just picked up Coral. So I got a 1 to beat. And I'm going to roll 3 yellow with the blue die. Are you serious? So I rolled all blanks. So I do have a reroll because I rolled that on my blue. So I'm going to see if I can beat this one. I beat the 1. Praise be.
Nice.
So I got 1 supply point to my name. And we still got some high dice. And now I just pulled out Rick. So I've got 4 points I gotta beat to get 1 supply or take a bite. And I'm gonna roll 2 orange and a yellow with my blue die. Oh my god, you have to be kidding me. So I rolled 2 blanks and I got 1, but I have the ability to do reroll with the blue die. So I have to lose a wound cube. And now I did 2 hit damage to this card. And now I have to beat a 2. So I'm going to roll a red and a yellow. All right, I beat the 2. So I rolled a 2, and I got an extra attack point. So I get this card. I get the 1 supply for that. And now I can decide, do I want to risk it? I do have 3 high dice. I'm going to risk it. I'm going to be crazy. And now I just rolled this one. Doesn't really kind of show, just shows people running. So it's 2 supply, and then I've got to beat the number 4. If I don't, I take a bite. So I'm going to roll all 3 of my high cubes and pray to the Walking Dead gods. Oh my god, I rolled a 3. However, I am lucky enough that I rolled a reroll. So I'm going to take a chance on my 6-sided die and get, come on baby. Oh no. So I lost all my die, and effectively that means I lose all of my resources that I earned this round. So I get Nothing. Points.
No point.
No points.
And you lose all the dice.
I lose all my die. That's awful. Well, that's what I get for trying to risk it. And this is our discard pile.
Alright, so it's my turn. That's why it's important to look at your...
But I had 3 high dice, so I thought I'd be
but
lucky.
sometimes it happens because the 2 high ones became blank.
Yes. Thank you for the follow, by the way.
So on my next card, the number to beat is 2, and have to be careful because there's 1 bite there. Alright, so I'm going to go and use all of my... I think I'm gonna combine an orange with two yellow. And let's see what we get.
Oh, nice.
Alright, so I get 1 here and 2 here, extra points. So that's 3. I do beat the card. And I get the 2 supply points. Okay, please go to you. And the next one is, it's Carl. And it comes with 1 supply point and 2 bites. So have to be careful there. So with that, I'm gonna go ahead and use my yellow ones only. So here we go. And I do get 2, and I get the chance to reroll 1. So I'm just gonna reroll this one. And there you go. I get a 3 now. That's the final number. Nice. And so with that, I get the 1 supply point.
Look at you going hard this time.
Okay, so the next card is a 2, and at the same time I get 2 supply points, and I have to be careful with the 1 bite there. So I got pretty good die here, so I'm gonna go with 2 orange and 1 yellow. And there you go. I get 4.
Wow.
So I do beat the card, get the supply points, and with that, I think I'm gonna be able to do one more round.
You're gonna risk it?
Because I do have 2 high value dice, and there's my strongest, the black one. So yes, I'm gonna risk it one more.
Oh my god, you are going crazy.
All right, and I get lucky, so it's just the one point to beat, and comes with 1 supply point.
Honey,
so.
You're rubbing it in.
So with that, I am going to use my red die and hope to beat the 1, which I do. Oh, I do get 1 bite though, so which is okay, not too bad. I do get to win the car though, so.
You
With
gonna
that,
take the risk?
I am not risking it anymore, and I'm gonna pass it over to you.
How many points did you get?
So on this turn, I get 2 supply points here, 1 supply point here. That's 3, and another 3 here with the 4 cards that
So you got 6.
Yes.
So
I get 6 points.
That brings you to 10 points. You are 5 away from winning.
Wow.
So me, I'm not even on the board. Hot dog, I gotta get it together,
So
brother.
10-0 so far.
Of course, I draw the governor. He says,
"Oh no."
Roll the blue die. If the result is bite, X2, or reroll, lose a wound cube. For his good old chicky situation. So let's see. Ooh, I'm safe. I rolled the police badge so I don't lose any wound cubes. I love the sound of that. All right. Of course. Negan, lose a wound cube. Discard this card and the next one. Put the card after that into play. So there goes my wound cube. Good old Negan. I get all the big bosses every time. And then, of course, I get my favorite card, the lovely geeky lady with her cool glasses. So I'm going to do 3 yellow die, and I should be able to be good with that. All right, so I rolled a 3, and if I wanted to, I could re-roll, because I got the re-roll for the blue die, but I beat her. These are yours. And I'm going to go again. Oh, now I got Negan again, but he's different this time. So this Negan has a special effect on it. So I must re-roll my highest scoring attack die in each attack against good old Negan. So I have to beat a 3. He's got 2 supply. And if I don't beat this 3, I end up taking a wound bite. But no matter what my highest die is, I'm going to have to re-roll it. So I'm going to go with 2 red and an orange. See if we can increase our luck. Okay, so I took a bite. And I have to re-roll my orange die. And yeah, I lose another cube. So my turn is done and I lose all my dice.
Oh no, again?
I know. I got knocked out again. Damn, it's not my game. I got the juju. Got the bad juju. Oh, this is terrible. I got 0 on the board. I got nothing. No nada.
Alright, so for my turn now. Oh, I get a nice lucky find, Rick Grimes. And the card reads, if you wish, you can roll one of your remaining yellow attack dice. If it scores 1, then I gain a supply point. And if not, then I just discard the card, which is nice. So I'm gonna roll the yellow die here. And unfortunately I didn't get anything, so no big deal. I don't lose anything. It's just a lucky find. And move on to the next card. And this one is a special effect Negan.
Oh, you got Negan
Yeah.
now?
Now this one reads, if this card is not defeated after an attack, roll the blue die again. If bite is rolled, you lose another wound cube. Okay, so I have to roll the blue die, and and if a bite is rolled on the blue die, which is here, you lose another wound cube. Okay, so
I think.
so what do I have to do here again?
Yeah, it's a little weirdly
It's
written.
kind of weird, that one.
So it says if this card is not defeated after attack, roll the blue die again. If a bite is rolled, you lose another wound cube. Oh. So basically, like, so he has to beat a 4. So if you rolled
the 4, right?
so if you rolled a 2 and you had a blue die that had like the protective shield on it, you would have to roll that again. And if you got a bite, you have to take the bite.
Yes.
I think that's what that means.
I think so too. So with that, I'm gonna go with I'm gonna take my strongest dice here, and I'm gonna go with a combination of the black, red, and orange just to beat the 4, beat the card. All right. Unfortunately, I did not, and on top of that, I do get a bite. So bite here. And then 2 bites here, so I get pretty much my turn is over.
Yep, all your dice belong to me.
And all my dice now belong to you.
All your base belong to me.
And there you go. I lose my turn, just like that.
Well, somebody's got to stop you. So he's 5 points away from winning, and I have no points on the board. So here's hoping I'm lucky. So I drew good old Rick with Jesus and the King Ezekiel. So it's 2 supply and 1 bite wound if I lose. So I'm going to do red, orange, yellow, and always the blue die. See if we're lucky. Okay, so I rolled a 2, but I did roll the blue die as a reroll. So I'm going to roll my orange and hope that I'm lucky. I am lucky.
Yeah.
Praise
you get
be.
The 3. Nice.
Praise be. So I beat that card and I get 2 supply. And he gets these die except the blue one. I'm going to go again. Of course, the card I loathe the most. Because it does nothing except be annoying. So I'm going to roll 3 yellow. The blue die. Oh, sweet babies.
Nice.
So I rolled a 2. And I even rolled a shield, so that would have protected me from the bite. I'm going to risk it. And it's Dale. Because it's you and me and me and you. And your friend Dale. Ah, of course it's Dale. Freaking Dale. Oh my god.
Okay.
So I rolled 2 blank die, and I got a bite. Plus I get the bite from Dale's card. Wow, so I lose 2 bites.
And you still have to come up with 1.
Yeah, and those are your 2 die. Okay, so I'm going to risk it and say whatever. Alright, come on. Hey, I rolled a 1,
wow.
So I beat Dale. And I also had a shield cube, so if I didn't get it, I would have been protected from his bite. But now, I'm going to do something crazy, guys. I'm going to be crazy. I'm going to push my luck.
Oh, wow, you're going to risk it?
Hey, look, it's Coral. If you wish, you can lose a wound cube and gain 1 supply. I'm not going to be losing a wound cube, so bye-bye, Coral. Sorry I didn't like your offer. I'm going to try again. It's frickin' Dale. It's frickin' Dale. No supplies.
No supply.
Frickin' Dale.
Just a bite.
Alright, I'm just going to roll a red. Hey, I frickin' beat him. I rolled a 2 and I got a bonus.
Nice.
And now I'm going to be crazy. I'm going to say forget about it. I'm going to risk it. All or nothing.
Really? Okay.
Hey, lucky find. If you wish, you could roll one of your remaining yellow attack die. I have no attack die that is yellow. So that's a discard. I'm going to go again. Negan.
Ooh.
Discard your most powerful die and gain 1 supply for this turn. So I can discard it. I still have a wound cube.
Right.
So do we count it?
Yeah, you can, because it's just the die. Yeah, so
all right.
You discard it, you get the supply point, and you're still okay because there's no damage point on that card.
All right. So my turn is officially over. I have no more dice. Also, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. So I get 3 supply points, and I am finally on the board. Holy crap. It's now 10-3. Irv is in the lead.
All right, so it's my turn again.
Hopefully you get some big ones.
Okay, so this one is Rick Rhymes, and it's 3. So I gotta beat the 3. I gotta watch out for that 1 bite. And the card comes with 2 supply points, which is nice. So with that, I'm going to use a combination of orange and yellow die. And I'm gonna go for that 3. Hopefully I get the 3.
He's hoping for that big money.
Ooh. Okay, so I get 2 points here and 1 bite from the blue die. Okay, so 1 wood point goes to you.
Don't forget about the bite from your card.
And there's also a bite from the card there. So because I didn't beat the 3, right? So I get 2 points taken off. And the number to beat now is 1. So I gotta re-roll my dice again, and hopefully I get that 1 that I need. So with that, I'm gonna go with 3 yellow die, which is my weakest attack point die that I have, and hopefully I get the one die. And wow, what do you know? Well, here there's
what I'm saying.
What saves me is the extra point here on the blue die. Because my yellow ones didn't work for didn't help me.
Didn't do jack.
Didn't do anything here. They were all blank. So, but at least I get to beat the card, and I get 2 supply points.
And you're gonna risk it? You're gonna go for another one?
So here's a tricky situation. I have 1 wound point available, but I have plenty of high point dice, so. I think I'm going to risk it once. And okay, so not bad. The number to beat is a 2. And I have to be careful though. If I don't get a 2, I get 2 bites, which in our case, it's gonna make me lose everything. So with that, I'm going to use strong die just because I wanna beat that number 2. Okay, and hopefully I do get more than 2. Which I do. I get 3 and 1 on each. And I get to reroll 1 on my choice. 1 die on my choice. Which in this case I'm going to go with... Actually, I don't need to do that because I already beat the 2.
But you can for fun if you really want it.
For fun, yeah. I guess I'll reroll the red one.
Just for funsies.
Okay, so that's a 7. And I do get the supply point here. Okay, so...
You gonna take the risk? You gonna be crazy?
Here we go again. We're at in a situation where I do have 1 wound point available. And I have 3 strong die. But if I don't beat it on my first draw, then I'm practically a toast.
Toast? You're toasty?
With that said, I'm not going to risk it because I have 4 nice supply points.
Ooh.
So I'm just gonna pass and turn it over to you.
Ooh, boy. So he got 4 on that one. So that brings him to a total of 14.
So I just need 1 more supply point to win this round.
And the score right now for this game round is 14-3. So hopefully I can do some kind of work, but I'm not feeling confident. Ooh. So I got this fun card. It's a nice shotgun near the face. So it says the special effect, any bonus point on the blue die, such as the 1 or the 2, it is ignored. So I have to beat a 5.
Ooh, that's a high number.
So I'm going to do my strong dice and see if I can get lucky. All right.
Oh, you got...
I rolled a 1 there.
Yeah.
So I've got 3, and then plus the 1, that brings it to 4, and I rolled a ×2, so that's 8. So I effectively beat this card.
Yes.
Woohoo! I did something. Not going down without doing much. Oh, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Now, I think I'm going to risk it, because you know what? We're in the end game, folks. I'm just going to risk it and be crazy. Ooh, oh.
Ooh, another 5. Ooh.
I don't know, guys. So this one says, any X2 results on the blue die are ignored. It's got a special effect. So I got to beat a 5. And all I've got is yellow dice. So let's see if I could be somewhat lucky. Oh. So it gets
there is a bite.
1 hit. I take a hit for that, and I take another hit for the card. And the thing is, I have to keep playing, and the goal is to beat a 4. So let's see. Ooh, okay. So I rolled 2. So I have 2 that I rolled, but guess what? I can't roll anymore. I ran out of dice, even though I am protected by the police badge. So I think I don't get my points this turn.
Ooh, yeah, because
I don't have any more dice to attack. So I guess I'd be effectively captive and knocked out. So I don't get my supplies. Depression. But you know what? I'm in the end game. Why not just take it like a champ and be risky? Don't ask me to play poker, folks. I will lose.
Alright, so remember the number to beat is just the 1 supply point. And I get Carl, and the number to beat is a 2. So now I have a lot of choices here. So I'm gonna go with the combination. Actually, since it's my last point, we're gonna try to win this one. So we're just gonna use our strongest die here, just to make sure I beat those two points on the card. And there you go, I do.
So Irv has effectively won yet another game. Oh my god, so that brings him to a solid 15. Hot diggity dog. So that's at 15 now. Woo-wee! I'm going to shuffle the cards this time.
Okay.
I feel like you shuffled them for your own advantage.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you did. I don't trust you.
There you go.
Nah, it's all playful. But yeah, let's see if maybe I can turn my luck around this time. But we'll see. Alright. So, gotta roll a red die to see who goes first. Just gonna write this down for scorekeeping real quick. Alright. So it's nice to use a pen and paper for this to just kind of keep track. And let's see if I go first. So I rolled a 2.
Right, so that's a 2 and
2. So
draw.
We're gonna roll again. Got a 1. Oh,
what is
we
this?
both rolled 1s. Okay. Okay, Irv gets to go first.
2. Okay, not bad. Alright, so again, I have my 3 1 points and all the dice, and we're gonna start. So great, first one I get is Negan. Now this one is a special effect card. It says you must re-roll your highest scoring attack die in each attack against this card. Okay, so I have to roll all my highest die.
No, you don't have to roll all your highest die. So you roll whatever die you want, and let's say you rolled like a 4, you'd have to re-roll that one die that's a 4. If the other 2 die were like a 1 or a 2. Because that's Negan. He don't play fair.
That's true. That's true. Okay, so I'm gonna go, and since it's a 3, I'm gonna get a combination of red, orange, and yellow. All right,
you gotta re-roll your red.
I gotta re-roll the red.
Because that's your highest die. Hey, you still beat it.
I still beat it. Okay, so not bad. Not a bad start. And I get 2 supply points with this card, which is nice. So next one is a lucky find. If you wish, you can roll one of your remaining yellow die, attack die. If I score a 1, then I gain the 1 supply point on the card. So we're gonna go and roll it, and hopefully I will get the 1. And I did not.
Denied.
Which is okay. All I lose is 1 weak die. And move on to the next one. Oh, this one is Negan again, special effect. Okay, so the number is 4, and it says the card reads, if this card is not defeated after an attack, roll the blue die again. If a bite is rolled, you lose another wound cube. Okay, so the number to beat is 4. And I'm gonna go with a strong die. And I'm gonna use a combination of orange, and I'm gonna get a yellow one. Actually, no, let me go for a red one.
I was wondering.
Yeah.
I was like, hey, I ain't gonna stop a man.
I gotta beat 4. Alright, okay, so if this card is not defeated after an attack, roll the blue die again. Okay,
so you did defeat it,
I did defeat, yeah.
So you don't have to re-roll the blue die.
I don't have to re-roll it. And I get a nice police badge.
Which is so protective.
Alright, and I get the 2 supply point, which is nice. So now I have a decision to make, because I only have yellow and 1 orange die. So I think I'm gonna play it safe, and I'm gonna turn it over to you.
Okay. I thought you were gonna be crazy. How many points did you get for supply?
I got 4.
All right, you're on the board with 4 points. Hopefully I could join you there. Oh, of course, my first card I draw is this chick. I cannot stand her. She you know what? She looks like somebody who should be like a barista making me coffee somewhere. All right, so I rolled a 1 and a police badge, so I beat her. I get nothing for it. Pain in the butt. Go make me coffee. Oh my God, guys, what is this? Now I got Crazy Dale again.
He's just one point.
I'm gonna take a risk, and I'm gonna roll a red. Hey, times 2, so
4.
I would have had a 4. All right, I'm gonna be risky. My last turn, I'm gonna be risky. Ooh, if you wish, you can lose a wound cube and gain 1 supply for this turn. Brave move, Carl Grimes. I am going to lose that wound cube. Oh, hey, he also comes to me.
Yes.
I could risk it. I've got 3 high die. I'm going to risk it. It's frickin' Dale.
Again?
Guys, it's frickin' Dale. Frickin' Dale, man. Frickin' guy. Frickin' laser beams. So I'll use a red and an orange. Alright, I beat Dale. So I did get a police badge. And I got 3, but I am ending my turn. And I get 1 supply point. So that brings the score 1 to 4. Irv with 4.
Okay.
He gets these.
It's our turn again.
Again, listen to you. again.
And I get a lucky find. Rick Rhymes. If you wish, you can roll one of your remaining yellow attack die. Again, if it lands into one, you get 1 supply point. Okay, let's go for that 1 point. And I do. I do get the
Of
one,
course
so
you do.
get a nice supply point there. And for my next card is gonna be a 3 with 2 supply points. So I am going to use a combination of orange, red, and yellow. Here we go for that number 3.
Nice.
And I do get a 3 and a police badge, which is nice.
So you wouldn't have taken any damage if you didn't roll a 3.
Okay.
Frig, man.
So the next one, oh, lovely governor.
Listen to you, lovely governor. Hello, governor.
So discard your most powerful die, pass it to the next player, gain 1 supply for this turn. So in my case, it's gonna be my red die here, and that goes to you, Britt. And now I think I have plenty for one more round.
You're gonna go for
draw.
one more?
Yes. And I get a 3. I get a beat at 3 and 2 supply points. Okay, so I'm gonna use a combination of orange and yellow. The number to beat is 3.
Oh, wow.
And I do get a 3 and a nice police badge. Oops.
Look at all the luck you're having. It's because it's Valentines.
All right, and with that said, I think I'm done. I'm gonna turn it over to you.
What? How many points did you get in total?
So I got 1 here, 2. That's 3, and 3, and another 3, 6.
Holy crap! It's just like
6
last
supply
time.
points.
In the last round, your first round that you played, you got 4 points. Your second round, you got 6. That's the same thing happening now. Your first round is 4. Your next round is 6. So that brings you to 10. So the score is 10-1. Irv is winning. What the hell? What in tarnation? All right. So I have to beat a 2 for 2 supply. So I'm gonna do. You know what? I'm gonna risk it. I'm gonna do 3 yellow. And we're going to do our blue as always. Come on, baby. Come on, baby.
Nice.
Nice. And I did get a reroll. Doesn't really do anything. So I finally get some more supplies. Help out my measly 1. We're going to go again. Ooh, so this one I just drew a special effect. So I have to beat a 5 to get 2 supply. The special effect is that any X2 results on the blue die is ignored. So I have to beat a 5. So I'm going to roll 2 reds and an orange. Oh, wow. Okay. So I rolled a 4 plus a 1 for 5, and I got a police badge. So I just got this card. You know what? I'm going to take the risk. I'm feeling risky today. Woo-wee! I just got another special effect 5 card that I have to beat. So I got to beat this 5. But the special effect is that any bonus attack on the blue die, such as the 1 or the 2 results, are ignored. So I'm going to roll all of my dice. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Ooh. Ooh.
No.
So I lose. So effectively, I lose all my dice. I had a bonus of double. That's ignored. And I don't get to keep my supplies because I ran out of dice. But that's what I get for risking it.
Yes. Well, it happens sometimes.
It's been happening a lot, dang it. That's okay.
All right, so I get a 2 Carl and 1 supply point. So I'm just gonna go with all yellow die. So the number to beat is a 2. Hopefully I get 2 here.
You got one.
No, I get 1, but I'm protected by the police badge, so I do not lose a. I don't get bitten because there's a bite here on the card.
And you get a 1 towards that, so you have to beat 1 now on the card.
So now I need to get 1 more point, and I'm gonna go again with my yellow die, and hopefully I get the one that I need. And there you go. I get actually more than that.
So you got 3 plus the 2 bonus
5.
on the blue for 5, as Herb said.
Alright, so I get the 1 supply point here, and then the next one, again, Carl. For 1 point.
I do love the way Rick Grimes, well, Andrew Lincoln, who plays Rick Grimes in Walking Dead, said, Carl! Carl! It's so funny.
Alright, and I get a 3, so I beat the card.
And you had a police badge.
And I had a police badge, which is nice.
So you only need 3 more supplies to win the game.
Wow. Oh, what do you know?
What do we know?
So the number to beat is 4. If I beat that 4, I get the 3 supply points, and that would be the end of this round because that'll bring me up to 15 supply points. All right, so let's hope that happens. I'm gonna use nothing but strong die here.
And of course, our cat's here for the emotional support.
Extra luck. And I do get
wow.
I do get 5, actually 6 with the extra point here. And that is it. I get the 3 supply points.
And you just won the game.
And I won the round.
Well, not the round, you won the game.
Oh, the game, yeah.
So you got 5 there for supplies. So
yes.
That brings you to a solid 15 points. 15 to 1. Man, I don't know what's going on with me, but that is the worst. So far, Irv has won 3 out of the 4 games, and I have won only 1 game. Wah, wah. Then again, the other day we were playing, it's actually kind of funny. Irv only won 1 game, and I actually won 5 games. So it makes sense.
It happens.
It's okay. I've been a little risky business today. But that's what I get for being a little risky frisky. So I hope everyone is having a good Valentine's Day. Even if you're not with somebody, you know, you can always love yourself. There's nothing wrong with self-love. Coupled or not. And even if you are, you know, in a relationship with someone, you can still love yourself anyway. Hey, man, I'm all about that self-love, baby. You gotta love yourself before you love anybody else. Mm-hmm. I'll say that all day, every day. I don't mind. All right, now we gotta roll.
All right.
To see who goes first. I do think I want to take a small break after we just roll.
I get a 1.
Then I get a 1.
It's a draw. 1 again.
2,
All
so
right,
I'll get to go first
this time.
Now I am going to take a small break, and we will be right back for the next round. All right, so we are back. So this is actually going to be our last round. I actually forgot that I have something going on a little after 1. So I do apologize. So that's on me. But yeah, so this will be probably our last round unless we could squeeze in another one. So I'm going to start us off. And the first card I draw is the Governor. Discard your most powerful die and gain 1 supply.
All right.
So look at that. Good old Governor. I don't like him. I hate this character. The next one is Rick with 2 supply, and I gotta beat a 3. So let's see if I can beat a 3. I'm gonna do 2 orange and a yellow. Ooh. So I take a bite. I do get 1 attack on there. So I take a bite from the blue cube, and I also take damage.
From the card.
Yep. So that's a good one. I'm going to do 3 yellow. Ooh. So the nice thing is, I rolled a 1. And I also have a police badge, so I don't take damage. So now I have to beat a 1. I'm going to try with 2 yellow. Come on, baby. Give me 1. Just 1. And I got a reroll. So I did get the 1. We'll reroll for fun. That was nothing. But hey, I beat the card. So I get on the board with 3 supply. And now it's Irving's turn.
All right, so my turn. And I get a Rick Rhymes, and I gotta beat the 2. And this card comes with 2 supply points. So, all right, the number to beat is 2. So I'm gonna mix an orange and 2 yellow die, just to get that 2.
Ah, of course you get it.
I get 4 because this here means 2 extra points. So.
And he rolled 2. Lucky ducky. He's very lucky today.
Okay, this one is a 5 and 2 supply points with 1 bite damage. Okay, so I'm gonna combine my black, orange, and yellow. And let's hope I get that 5. And luckily I do. So I get a 4 here, and the 1 extra point, that's 5. And as you can see, my 2 die here were 1 blank, so it didn't help me there. But I do get to beat the card, and I get the 2 supply points.
You're gonna continue?
So now I'm only left with yellow die, which are very weak. So I'm just gonna turn it over to you because I don't feel confident there.
How many points did you get? 4? I think it's 4.
I got 4 points, 4 supply points.
All right. Let's see if I have some lucky ducky in my life. Ooh, so I drew a 5, and then it's also got a special effect. So if my blue die has a +1 or +2, that result is ignored. So I know I've fought this thing in the past. I'm going to do 2 red and a black. And of course, my blue die as always. Come on, baby. All right. So I got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and a ×2. So that would be 16. So I beat this card. The blue die is mine. Sorry about that. So I could continue, or I could take the risk. All I've got is 3 orange die left. I think I'm going to pass.
Oh, okay.
I feel like I've been having bad luck pushing my risk.
All right. Hopefully I don't get a really strong card because I don't have much. Okay, it's not bad. I got a 2, so I got to beat 2, and I get 1 supply point if I beat it. So I am gonna go with a red and 2 yellow. And for that number 2. And I do, luckily. I get
Nice.
1 here and 2 extra points. So that makes it a 3. And I beat the card.
Nice.
For that 1 supply point. And so since I have 2 strong die and 1 point die, I'm gonna stretch it for 1 more.
You're gonna risk it?
Yeah, I'm gonna risk it. And there you go, 1 for Carl. So I am going to go with the red and yellow. Hopefully I get the 1 point.
Ooh. Well, you got the 1 point.
I got the 1 point.
But you do take a bite.
I do take a bite. So, alright. I lose 1. And with that, I am going to turn it over to you because I don't have anything. I only have 1 die.
Didn't want to risk it?
Don't want to risk it. So I get 2 supply points on this one.
Nice. So that brings you to 6. So right now the score for this game is tied 6-6. So I just picked up this 4 level card. It's got 3 supply on it and 1 bite if I don't make it. So I'm gonna do 2 red and an orange. See if we can be lucky. Woo-wee! I am lucky here. So I rolled 4 in reds, plus 1 that makes it 5, plus a bonus, because I got 6. The bonus. I got 6, so I beat the card. And with that, I'm going to end my turn. So it's 3
really?
Supply points.
Oh, okay.
I ain't taking a rest. I want to win.
Okay.
I got to do something in the final stretch.
All right. So next card is a 2, luckily. This one is kind of boring because it's just I get to beat a 2. And it's just basically a card that eliminates your die if you have too many. So, I mean, with that said, I'm just going to go with the red and orange. And hopefully I get the 2.
Oh, lucky duck.
I get 4. And with that,
You gonna take the risk?
This one is a tough decision because I do have 2 strong die, and I think I'm gonna risk it 1 more time.
Wow. Okay.
Hopefully it's not a 5, and it is a 2. Oh, it's, again,
no supplies.
No supplies. So I'm just gonna go for it. And there you go. I get a 5. I do get a bite from the die, but
you still live.
It's my last. That was all of my die left. So
that was your last Hail Mary.
Yes. So.
All right, now it's my turn.
And I get no supply points on this turn.
You're still going strong though. The score is 9-6. So now I drew Carl, so I gotta beat a 2, and then I'd get 1 supply point. So I'm gonna do 2 yellow and an orange. All right, so I did 1 damage. I did take a bite. Actually, wait, no.
No.
Never mind. I read that wrong. I got an action point, so that's actually a plus.
It's not a bite.
So I actually got 2. My bee people sleeping. So I won Carl. I could be mean and end my turn and have poor Irv struggle with 3 die. But I'm not going to be like that. So the next card I drew was the Governor. Discard your most powerful die and gain 1 supply for this turn. Well, this round. So I discard that. And you know what? We'll take the risk. We'll hit it 1 more time. So now I just drew a 3 level card. I have to be 3. And then I can also get 3 supply. So I'm going to do 2 red and orange. Whew! I'm lucky, but I took a bite. So the blue die gave me a bite. But with that said, I did roll 5 in total. So I beat the card, lose these die, and I get to keep the card. So with that, I am ending my turn. I'm not going to take the risk. like I've done earlier today. So I got 5 points towards my score. So that brings me to 14.
Oh, wow. Okay. That was a good one.
That was a good one. I'm alive. I'm still here, guys. I'm still kicking.
All right, so my turn. Oh, this one is a good one. This one is 4 points, and I get 4 supply points. I gotta be careful though, because if I don't make that 4, I could lose my turn right here, because this one has a 3 bites.
So it's a big risk.
So it's a big risk one. So I'm gonna go with big die here. I'm gonna go with the strongest and my 2 highest. So red and black. Just because I gotta get that 4.
Yes,
I gotta
sir.
get that 4. And luckily I do.
Wow.
I get 6, 7, 8, 9.
Talk about luck.
Nice.
Lucky duckies. So with that 4 and your current score of 6, that brings you to 10.
And I think I'm gonna stretch it to 1 more. I'm gonna risk it to 1 more. And of course, it's Negan. Now this one says lose a wound cube, discard this card, and move to the next one. Okay, so it's just a wound cube. Not too bad.
Wait, it says discard this card and the next one. So the next card.
Okay, so this one too. Oh, great, because it's the geek lady. Okay, so this one is a lucky move, a brave move. If you wish, you can lose a wound cube and gain 1 supply for this turn's score, which I will do.
We are living risky, folks. You've seen it here.
No, I'm not sure if I want to keep going here. Cause now I'm left with just 1 wound cube.
But all I need
But then you just need 1, so I think I'm going to stretch it to 1 more round, 1 more draw. And luckily it's a 2, so not too bad. The number to beat is 2, so I'm gonna go with my strongest die, orange and yellow, and hopefully we get that 2 and beat the star.
Ooh.
Oh no, this is where it gets ugly.
Yeah, so technically he beat the card, however he got a bite. So effectively, he's knocked out and he loses all of his supplies he
that
made.
knocks me out. Ooh. And with that, all of my supply points go away.
Oh.
And yep, that's it.
That was rough.
So that was a strong one there.
That was rough. Well, he tried.
I tried.
And all I have is a 1 to beat. 1. So we're going to do my black and my 2 red. And we won. I did get a reroll. So we'll just do 1 reroll. And I got 6 in total. So I got my 1 supply. And now I'm part of Rick's group. Whereas Negan would say, Rick, the P word. The PR space CK. Use your imagination. So, do you want to try to do 1 more round? I got time for 1 more round.
We have time for 1 more.
Just can't stop once it starts, huh? Like I said, I do have something going on a little after 1, so I think we could get in 1 more round.
I think so.
I think when I originally scheduled this, I thought this would be a little bit longer to play, and it turns out it's not. So, if we look back at our last games played, Irv has won 3 games. I have won 1 and 2 games. So I've won 2 games. Irv has won 3 games. So if I won 1 more, that would bring us to a tie. If Irv wins this next game, he technically wins all.
All right, so here we go.
All right. Fish you red. And don't forget about the blue. Blue doesn't belong there right now. All right,
Ugh.
gotta roll again. All right, you go first.
Alright, it's my turn.
It's all you. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Let's start, of course, let's start with the governor. Discard your most powerful die, which is the black one. Pass it on to the next player and gain one supply, which is here, right there in that corner. So I get one supply. Not too bad. This is a 3. The number to beat is 3 for 2 supply points. Alright, so I'm gonna make a combination of red, orange, and yellow just to get that 3.
Ooh.
Okay, this is not a great start, but not too bad either. I get 1 point times 2, that makes it 2. So the number to get is just 1. However, I do get a bite because I didn't make the 3. So, so all I need is 1 more point to beat the card. And I'm gonna go for all my yellows here. Ooh, okay. I do get the point, but I also get a bite.
Ooh.
So here's 1 cube. And I do get the card.
Do you want to risk it?
But now I am left with the decision to either pass or continue.
I don't know, man. I'd pass. You only got 1 wound cube.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna play it safe and I'm gonna pass and turn it over to you.
So you got 3?
I have 3 supply points.
Nice. All right. Let's see if I'm lucky, if not luckier. Of course, I'm not. This wonderful lady, she loves to make her presence known to me every time I play. I hate this card. All right. So I do take a bite. So I rolled a bite on the blue die. And I did roll a 2, so I effectively beat her. And now I'm going to go again because I still have some strong die. So let's see. Now I drew Rick. He's got 2 supplies. I got to beat a number 2. And hopefully I don't lose, because if I lose, then I lose all my die. Because I only have 2 wound cubes left. All right, mama. Woo-wee! So I got 3, 4, 5,
and
plus
1 extra.
1 extra, so that
6.
gives me 6. So I am going to take that supply, and I'm going to end my turn. So I get 2, so the score is 3-2, Irv in the lead.
Alright, so... Oh, I get Wonderful Dale.
Ugh.
It's just 1 point, but there is a 1 bite, so I have to be careful. So I'm gonna use all of my yellow, since it's just 1 point.
Oh, hey Walter, how you doing? We're just hanging out, having a little couples Valentines game.
And I do get the 1 point and protection. So
you won, you got him.
I got it. And of course, there's no supply point here.
Which sucks.
Sucks.
What did he do? Get over here.
Alright, so the next draw. Oh, Daryl. Oh, well, no, this is Dale. Sorry.
We're doing pretty good, Walter. Thanks for asking. You know, we're just hanging out, enjoying the time. You just want to know how we doing.
Oh, yeah, no.
How you doing, honey?
I'm doing okay. Just trying to beat that 1 point.
Irv's on a winning streak.
And yes, I get the 1 point times 2. It makes it 2 point. I beat the card. I do not get any supply point, however, which is not ideal.
Do you want to risk it? You want to go
again? I think I'm going to risk it because I do have a strong die. So I'm going to go for a 4. This number to beat is 4 with 1 supply point. So let's go. I'm going to go and combine my red and orange
Thanks for the offer of viewers. I'm not going to be buying any. Thank you, though.
All right, and if you can see, I get 1 point here. I do get a bite, which is not ideal. And I have a 2, so that makes it a... oh, I also get a 1 bite here because I did not make the 4 on the card. So I got 3.
So now you have
now I
to
gotta
beat
come
a
up
1.
with just 1, the 1 missing point, which not too bad. And actually, I did not get it. I did not get the 1, so I don't get anything.
So he rolled blanks. He got nothing.
That was a nice attempt.
I mean, you're still winning. The score is still 3-2. You're up by 1. So I just drew the governor. Tricky situation. Roll the blue die. If the result is bite, X2, or re-roll, lose a wound cube. So here we go. Yep. So I lose a wound cube. So I rolled a bite. So I lose a wound cube. But that's okay. That's okay. He would have been rougher if I only had like 1. So thanks for asking, Walter. This is kind of our Valentine's Day thing that we're doing today. I have some work stuff going on later. Irv, my husband, he was actually really nice and bought me flowers and some breakfast pastries and, you know, good stuff. Did you do anything fun for Valentine's Day yourself? So I just drew a 5, so I have to beat a 5, and it's got a special effect on it. So if I roll the blue die and I get a ×2 result, it's ignored.
That's a high number.
That is a high number. So I think I'm going to do black and 2 reds. And we'll do blue. So I rolled a 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and I got a police badge. So no damage whatsoever. And I beat this card. So that's a good start. Got 2 supply there.
Yes, good start.
I'm going to chance it, and I'm going to go again. Ooh, I got to beat another 5. So I just picked up this one, but it's got good supply on it. So let's see if I can beat this 5. All right, so I rolled a 3. And on here, it has a special effect where it says any bonus points, which is on the blue die, such as a 1 or a 2, is ignored. However, it doesn't say that ×2 is ignored, so I rolled a ×2. I've got a 3, so that's 6. So I beat this card.
Nice.
And with that being said, I am ending my turn and not pushing my luck. So I got 5 supply that time. So the score is now 7-3.
All right, so I gotta get on the board.
Well, you are on the board. You got 3 points. You know, you're not like me pushing 0.
Increase my points. And I get a 1, of course. This is Carl, and there's 1 supply point and 1 bite, so I gotta be careful. The number to beat, however, is a 1, so I'm gonna combine an orange and red die, and I'm hoping I get the 1. And I do.
So you rolled a 4, you get a ×2, so it's 8.
8. Not bad. All right, so let's move on.
So Walter, you ended up seeing Captain America, the new one. You thought it was shitty, not worth it. What did you not like about it? Was Harrison Ford as the Hulk not good?
Oh yeah, I was wondering about that movie the other day. Is it worth to watch?
Like, should we go to see it in the theater, or do you think it's better to just wait for it to come out on streaming? Because we did go and see, what was the movie we saw yesterday? Hard Eyes?
Hard Eyes?
Oh my god, Hard Eyes was terrible. Absolute dog crap.
Alright, so on this card, the number to beat is a 4 for 1 supply point, which is weak.
Times 2.
All right, so I get a 3 times 2. That's a 6. So I do beat the card, and I get the 1 supply point.
Now, do you want to risk it and keep going?
Now I am going to call it because I only have 1 dice, and that's it.
So you got 2.
Yeah. So I get 2 supply points on this round.
So that brings the score with Irv at 5 and me in the lead with 7. But yeah, I do kind of want to see the new movie. But I'm kind of like, eh. Like, I like Harrison Ford, but I'm kind of like, eh. All right, so my first draw is Carl. So I got to beat a 2. So I'm going to do 3 yellow. All right, so I got a times 2. So I rolled 2 duds, but with my times 2, this 1 becomes a 2.
Yes.
And I get this good old supply. Let's push our luck. Hey, it's Carl again. All right, we're going to do 3 yellow. I got to beat a 1. Nice. I even rolled it times 2. So I rolled 2. So I would bring it to 4. So I beat Carl and got another supply. We're going to push it because I still have some strong die. All right. So I've got to beat a 4 for 2 supply. Really? It's only 8 minutes? Oh. I guess somebody was posting something really weird. Oh, you know what? I think for some reason Twitch thought Climax was talking about sex rather than a story. That's weird. I don't know. Twitch is weird, man. But I did not see it as a sexual thing. But okay, go Twitch. But that sucks. The Red Hulk was really only there for 8 minutes? I don't know, man. Have you seen the previews, Irv? Because they push the Red Hulk as being a thing for like a big thing for like the whole movie.
Right.
Hey Jay, not sure I got no likes, but we're just hanging out, just living our best life, you know? But yeah, we were actually just talking in the Twitch chat about the new Captain America movie and how the Red Hulk appears only for like 8 minutes at the end of the movie. It's kind of lame. So, I don't know. I'm still going to probably go see it just to see the fuss, but it's kind of lame. Also, thank you for the like, Jay. I appreciate it. So, now it's my turn to roll. I've got to beat a 4. So, let's see if I could be lucky. I'm going to do 2 orange and a red. See if we can have some luck.
Ooh, wow.
I have 0 luck, so I lose a wound cube, but I did do 1 damage with my blue die.
Yeah.
So now I have to beat a 3.
3.
I'm just going to put a 1 there so we know. Oy
Wow,
vey.
that was interesting.
So I'm going to roll all my dice, see if we can get a 3. Okay, so I got 2 and I got a bite. And I also got attacked from the card. I didn't beat it, so I lose all my supplies, and my turn is over. So now it's Irv's turn.
All right.
Thank you, Jay, for the likes. Oh, hey, they all just populated in. Oh, nice to see. But thank you. I appreciate that, Jay, on TikTok. Now, Walter over on Twitch is saying that in the new Captain America movie, basically the whole movie trailer is exactly the movie, and there's basically no point in seeing it. I don't know, man. I don't know. I always like going to the movie theater and seeing a movie and stuff.
Alright, so for my card is gonna be a 2. So the number to beat is a 2 and for 2 supply points. And I'm gonna go and I'm I'm gonna combine an orange and 2 yellow, just to get that. Just to get that 2.
Gotta get that 2, baby.
I do get the 2. However, I get a bite on my blue die, which is not ideal. But I do win. I do win the card, and get the 2 supply points that I need.
Which is what it's all about, baby.
Yes.
We gotta get those supplies.
My next card is gonna be a Carl for 1 point and 1 supply point. I'm gonna go with all yellow this time.
Hopefully, Jay. I can only hope.
Alright, I do get a bite again.
But you beat the card, though.
But I beat the card.
So.
And I get that supply point.
Thinking about taking the risk? You only got one wound cube.
Yes, I think I'm going to go for the next
risky business.
Risking it here.
Risky business.
Yes, risking it. This is a 4, so I gotta beat that 4 point, and I gotta be careful because there is 1 bite on the card, and I only have 1 wound cube. So if I don't get that 4, that would be over for me. So gotta make sure I get that 4.
I'd use all the high die, man.
I'm using all my high die here just to get that 4 point. And
oh wait, no. This is a good thing.
Oh yes,
so
it
you
is
did
a good
3.
thing. So I got 3.
And you got the police badge.
With
so
the
you
police
don't take
badge,
the hit.
I don't get bitten, which is nice.
So really, all you need
is the 1 point.
Exactly.
All right,
Ooh, talk about luck.
I know. I'm just gonna go for
all of them. You might as well.
Them, yeah. Nice. I get 4. So that's gonna be the end of my turn because I don't have any more die.
That was super eventful.
Yes, I do win the card though.
How many supplies did you get?
So with that, I get 6.
You got 6 supply.
6 supply points.
So the new score is 11. Irv has 11, and I have 7. So I gotta do some work and catch up. Thanks, Jay. You're very right. So it's a Disney Plus recommendation, Walter, to see Captain America. That's kind of good to know. I don't know. I feel like I'm not much of an Avengers fan. Like, I'm not cray-cray for it. Honey, you an Avengers fan?
I used to be more before, but I feel like there are so many movies out there.
I know. It's like, isn't it like over 20 now? It's insane. So I just drew a 2 card I have to beat. So we're going to see if we can get lucky. All right. So I rolled a 1, and I did just move that, but I did get one of these, a bonus.
The extra point, yeah.
So I did beat the card. So that's good. And now let's take the chance. Ooh, look at that. Just a rando zombie I have to beat for 2 points, and it has nothing on it. All right, so we got 3 times 2. That makes it 6. So I get no supply points, and now I'm going to take the chance. So I got to beat a 1. So I'm going to do 2 orange and see if we're lucky. All right, so I did get a bite on my blue die.
Ooh.
I do get 2 points, so I did beat it. I beat the card. And you know what? I am going to take the risk, and I'm going to play another card. Ooh, tricky situation. I drew the governor. So it says, roll the blue die. If the result is a bite, X2, or reroll, lose a wound cube. Discard this card. So let's see. Oh, sweet. So I don't take a wound cube. So I passed the test. So I'm going to draw 1 more. Of course, it's another zombie with 2. Ugh, so frustrating. So I'm going to do 2 red and an orange and see if I can beat 2. Nice. So
you
I
got 2 times 2.
So I got 4.
4.
With that being said, I am ending my turn. That is it. That is all she wrote.
How many supply points did you get on this one?
I ended up getting 3 supply points. So that brings me to 7, 8, 9, 10. That brings me to 10 points.
Wow.
So the score is now 10 to 11.
Cool. All right. So for my next draw, it's gonna be Carl. The number to beat is 2 for 1 supply point.
Thanks, Jay, by the way. And I appreciate you doing that. You know, it ends up bumping the system along. Yeah, my husband and I both really like The Walking Dead, Walter. You can't see him, but he's actually wearing a...
Yeah, I'm actually wearing my Where's Michonne hoodie.
from the Ones Who Lived.
The Ones Who Lived.
So, yeah, we both actually really like Walking Dead. I actually was the first person that kind of introduced Irving to the comics, but he watched the show before the two of us got together. And when we got together, we ended up watching the show more, and now it's like the default show. We've been together 12 years, so there's a lot of history there. Yeah, we're definitely Walking Dead fans. I actually got him this game earlier this year for his birthday, and yeah, I love Walking Dead.
Yeah, I like Walking Dead. I guess I feel like I learned to like it because
You learned to like it.
I did, because at first I wasn't into it so much, but then once you start going from season 1, season 2, then you kind of get hooked up, and then I started watching the TV series, which then I moved on to the to the comic books, which was a complete different story. It's similar, but not exactly. I mean, the characters are different, and it's just a different story, and kind of like both. You get a little bit of each. I think the TV series is good with certain aspects, and there are other aspects where the comic book, I think it's better.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Because there are instances where it's like I like the series more, and then there's instances where I'm like I like the comic more.
Right.
You know, it's kind of like that back and forth. And lately, I've been doing a lot of Walking Dead video game streaming, but I'm coming to a close on that. So it's been a little Walking Dead over here going on in our house. But anyway,
I do feel like the TV though kind of like stretches the seasons a lot longer.
It gives a lot more filler.
Like when they're at the prison, kind of got stretched out a lot.
Oh yes, it did.
And then of course with the whisperers, and
yes.
There's also the Negan part.
Art.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like they did, really stretch it, but can you really blame AMC?
Yeah, I mean, they're trying to make...
they're trying to get their monies,
they're
baby.
Trying to get their money.
They want that money, baby.
All right, so on this draw, I get a 3, which beats the card.
Oh, nice. So you get your
supply. And I get my 1 supply. My next draw... Oh, lovely governor here. And this one says, discard your most powerful die and pass it to the next player and gain 1 supply point. So in my case, my red die is the most powerful die, and give that to Brit, and then I get my 1 supply point.
You gonna keep going?
Yes, I'm gonna keep going.
Negan.
Oh, and I get Negan.
Of course, we talk about Negan.
Okay, so it says lose a wound cube and discard this card and the next one. Okay, so I lose 1 wound cube and discard the next card.
Oh, nice. That was a good one to discard.
It was the geeky lady.
Can't stand that card.
Okay, so I'm gonna go for 1 more, and this one is a 3, so I gotta beat the 3, but I have to be careful with those 2 bites. And I'm gonna go with my strongest die here. Hopefully for that number 3. And
Ooh,
I get 2 there, one yellow and one extra point here. So I got a 4, a nice 4.
And you beat it. You got all the supplies
I beat the card, and I get all the 3 supply points. But with that, I'm gonna turn it over because I don't have any more good attack die.
So how many points did you just get?
So with this turn, I get a 5 supply point.
Yeah, it turns out you actually just won the game.
I won the game, so that's what I needed.
That's what you needed. You got exactly what you needed.
All right, so
that ends you at 16. 16-10.
Nice. So
wow.
That gives me the victory.
Yeah. So that's actually going to be our last round. I do have some stuff going on. But I do see your comment, Walter, about asking if Carl is the protagonist in the comic. And I think that's a hard thing to answer because he doesn't really start out necessarily as the protagonist. However, much farther in the series, like I'm talking very far, like even after like the Negan arc and some of the Whisperers arc, he kind of becomes the protagonist. But I don't want to spoil it because my husband hasn't finished it, and I'm sure there's other people who haven't finished it as well. But, yeah, so I feel like Carl kind of becomes the protagonist.
I think when it comes to Carl, he's probably following the same pattern as the TV series, where he's not really the main character at the beginning, but he grows to become...
Yes.
At one point, he becomes one of the main characters.
And I will say how Carl's story is in the comic is vastly different than the show.
It is different. I highly recommend for those out there that if they want to see the origins of Walking Dead, to read the comic.
I agree wholeheartedly because you see such a greater fleshed character and it's so much more interesting to read. And I feel like in the comic series, they are not afraid to talk about human issues and real things humans would do to each other. And I just feel like it's more realistic. The show has to keep a level of decency because obviously it's streaming on live cable. But I think it's more realistic to how people would really be towards others and themselves even.
And I also think that the TV series ignores key details that the comic book actually brings up. I think it's because the comic book assumes that the reader they provide more details. I think when it comes to like the blood.
Like the bloodborne pathogens.
Yeah, when they're killing the walkers and the blood, they get splashed with the blood everywhere.
And all the juices and the guts and the intestines.
The smell of the walkers, it's more. They describe it more in the comic book, than the TV series.
I think the
TV series just skips all of that.
I think because they're like, hey, you see everybody, they're looking rough.
Yeah.
So
they assume that people can see that these people are smelly and
they're living without.
They haven't showered for a long time, so they assume there's the stench.
Yeah, and everybody's a little ripe, but I kind of expect it. I mean, look at Andrew Lincoln. If you watch him in the television shows, that boy be sweating, okay?
Yes.
And from what I've read, that's all natural. He's natural sweating because he's originally from England. So for him, the hot weather in, what is it, Georgia. They filmed in?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a lot for him. So I thought that was kind of interesting, and that's a good point Irv brings. But yeah, no, just like Irving said, highly recommend the comic series. It's definitely worth it. You can learn a lot and kind of really see how a lot of the characters are different than they are in the show. For instance, one of my favorite characters that I really liked was Andrea, and I really liked Dale. So I think it's kind of cool to see more of their story because they're way different than the show. But yeah, so highly recommend that. I also recommend this dice game. So if you've been enjoying watching us play, This is a fun little game. This is kind of what we were going to do for our Valentine's Day. You know, nothing crazy, nothing wild. But yeah, you can get it on Amazon. I think it's like $10 or something. And this is by no means sponsored. This is just us having fun and enjoying ourselves. Just really enjoying a geeky game and just being geeks together. So yeah, if you want it, go for it. It's a great little game. It plays between 2 and 5 people. So it's definitely a fun game, and you could probably even make it into a drinking game if you want to get wild. So it's kind of your option. You can tailor it to your needs or your desires. But yeah, this is a fun little game.
Yeah, like Britt said, this is a good game, and if you want to turn it into a drinking game, that's also an option. It's a nice game. You can share it with 1 or 2 other people, and yeah, it's just fun.
Yeah. And also, Walter, I just saw your comment. Yeah, they did use the N word in the beginning of the show. Which is not the most savory thing, and not gonna lie, but you know, it is what it is. And I think Rick was saying it to be like, hey, we don't say those things, and he's trying to get a point across to Merle, Daryl's brother.
Yes.
So I think that's the only reason why he said that.
But if you read the comic, you'll be surprised. You'll be surprised, and that's one of the differences that we were talking about. If you read the comic book, you'll be surprised, and you'll remember that part, and it's just one of the things that we think are different between the TV series and the comic book, because you're gonna see a lack of that in the comic book.
Yeah, it's not as race based.
It's more like violence and
definitely violence. There's some misogyny in there, but there's not a lot of like that hard racial intensity. There is a little bit with the governor. The governor is a terrible person. I disdain him wholly in the comic series. Wholly hate him, disgusting, horrible person. But in the show, he's not as bad. So I feel like, you know, talking about the hard N for the show, I think it was just to get a point across to Merle, because Merle was a racist. And honestly, Merle was more like the governor than the governor in the show. So that's just my opinion. Do you have any closing thoughts, Irv?
Just like we were discussing, you know, if you want to see the true origins of The Walking Dead and see how different it is, I highly recommend for people to go read the comic book. I mean, it's what is it? It's like a 20. How many comic books there are?
So there are compendiums and there are volumes. So the volumes themselves, I believe they have 40 in total.
Yeah,
they're
40.
About like this thick. They're not crazy long, but I mean, they're pretty decent. Now, you could always go with the compendiums. I am selling 2 compendiums on my eBay store, and I am doing a 15% off Valentine's Day sale. So a little shameless plug there. So you can read the compendiums. They do go very quickly. However, there are some things in the compendium that you will not see, so I do recommend the volumes instead. And yes, it is in black and white, but it's still very good. I really like it. You know, I've had my stack of issues that I've kept with me for, oh God, probably...
Over 10 years?
No, probably over like 20.
Oh, wow.
No, I wouldn't say 20, probably like 15 years. But yeah, I highly recommend it. You could probably even find some decent ones on eBay. You know, if you want to go with the volumes route, that's cool. I do have the compendiums on my store as well. They are very expensive on Amazon, so I do have a decent price break. So feel free to check that out if you like. I probably would be shipping tomorrow if you bought today. Just saying, shameless little plug if you feel. But other than that, I actually do have to go. I have a couple of things going on today. And I appreciate you guys being here, hanging out with me and my special guest, Irv.
Thank you guys.
my number one fan at heart. Always will be my number one fan. No flack to anybody else. Love y'all too. But Irv is my main man. Always will be. And yeah, so I hope you guys have a great Valentine's Day. And yeah, so until then, stay safe and stay geeky as always and enjoy your Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's, guys.